Hi Capricorn, welcome to Creative Intuition Tarot. My name is MJ. I hope you are well. Capricorn, this is your New Year's Eve reading. The messages that the universe wants you to hear on that last day of the year. And we will start with the card representing you and your current self. Okay? So what is the current self of Capricorn? How does Capricorn present themselves on the New Year's Eve 2021 to 2022? How does Capricorn present themselves? Thank you. You are showing up as the Page of Shells. That is the Page of Cups. Beautiful. It's a very creative, artistic, gentle, and romantic energy. So I really like this for you. And with the page, it's always some kind of rejuvenation and uplifted spirit, young-hearted spirit. The second card represents release. What is it that you need to release and leave in the past as you move into the new year? What is it that Capricorn needs to release and leave in the past as they move into the new year? What is it that they need to release? Okay, this card, the Seven of Shells, the Seven of Cups. So again, water energy. This is a card of, well, among its many meanings, a card of illusions, illusions and secrets, okay, confusion. And the last card represents what is it that you should keep in your focus, keep in your mind as you go through 2022. And that is the King of Feathers, which is the King of Swords. Beautiful. Logic and justice. Look at this beautiful, enlightened, powerful lion. That is some beautiful energy for you on the table, Capricorn. Let's start with the card that represents you, your current self, and you show up as the Page of Shells. Now, every page, as I said, it can represent a younger person, okay? But it doesn't have to be. It's not age specific. But it's about a youthful spirit, young-hearted energy, an apprentice, a beginner, can be a student. Okay, in this particular deck, it says intuition and inspiration, and with the frog spirit, it also represents healing. There is some kind of emotional rejuvenation, renewal, refreshment that you are going through, have gone through, and with that page, it represents new beginning. It's like almost a rejuvenated, refreshed version of you. You may have, been closing a relationship, or it may be something related to your creativity. You know your situation best, so you know how it applies to your situation, but there's that rejuvenated spirit, youthful spirit, and fresh start in your emotional space. So I really like this for you. You are opening up to intuition, to tapping into your intuitive knowing, but also to allowing your heart and emotions to speak to you and guide you, okay? With the inspiration aspect of this card, you may be tapping into artistic, creative endeavors. As I said, it's a very gentle, romantic energy. You may be considering, a new relationship, or being ready for a new relationship after the previous one has closed, or ready for any kind of projects, endeavors after closing up the previous. Like, you are allowing yourself a new fresh start in that emotional level, and I do feel that you are very gentle towards yourself, creative, romantic, okay? You may be creating something. For some reason, I thought of writing poems, so that may be relevant for some of you, or any kind of artistic endeavors, but those poems that really strongly came up to me. So as I said, with the frog spirit, it also represents healing. It's like you allowed yourself to immerse yourself in the depth of your emotions, and it resulted in a beautiful renewal. Okay, now what is it that you need to release is the Seven of Cups. In this deck, it's representative of choice and ambitions, but as I said, it's also a card of illusions. It can represent our dreams and options, having options, but among those options there are some uncertainties, so we may not always see clearly, right? And that's what I think is what you need to release, is that insecurity that the options that you choose when you tap into your intuitive and emotional knowing, that the choices or options that you choose are not the right ones. You need to release that fear that you are walking in the darkness or making those choices in the darkness, that there's illusion, foggy vision of some kind. You need to trust that intuitively and within your heart and your emotional space, you know which options are the right ones for you to pursue. Whether these are emotional options when it comes to maybe potential relationships, it may be related to friendships, any kind of partnerships, business options, career, okay? So you name it. It may be about those creative projects that you are considering. There may be many that interest you. Trust that you choose the right ones and that you are not walking in the darkness and choosing blindly. You know exactly which of those options, even if you lack certain information, maybe you feel that something is lacking from the picture, okay? But you need to trust that the choices that you make are the right ones, provided that you follow your intuitive knowing, your intuitive wisdom, and you allow your heart to guide you, okay? But this is also about releasing the illusions of your mind, okay? So, as I said, the Seven of Cups can be a card of dreams and even daydreaming, creating visions. And sometimes our mind, especially when our ego human mind takes over, creates fogginess, okay? Clouded thoughts, creates fears, anxieties of what is it that it doesn't want to manifest, right? Create bad scenarios, negative scenarios, visions of negative result. That's what you need to release. You need to focus your creative and artistic and those romantic, like emotional abilities to create beautiful visions of what you want to achieve, of what is it that you dream about. Not create visions and waste your energy on creating dark visions, fears, okay? And visualizing your failures. Now, in the position of focus, you have the King of Feathers, the King of Swords, logic and justice. You see this enlightened head, mind space, right? You see clearly at all times. First of all, with the King energy, you are the one ruling your mind space. So again, it goes back to that wasting our energy on creating bad visions, bad scenarios, creating or visualizing failures. Our human ego mind has the tendency to control. It likes to control, but it also likes to create those kind of visions that I just mentioned, right? But remember at all times that you rule your mind space and not your mind space rules you, okay? You are the king of swords. So you are the master of your mind space. You have that logical, brilliant mind, intellect that can lead you and will lead you if you only trust, okay? That you make rational, logical choices, that you are able to always choose wisely the right direction, choose the right option to pursue. As I said, the King of Swords is the king of logic and justice. So not only what drives you is making those rational, logical choices, creating beautiful and wise strategies, but also following the principle of justice for yourself and others, doing what's right. And that's what you need to keep in your focus. Remember that at all times, and I know I'm repeating this, but it is very important that you have this brilliant enlightened mind and that all times you rule your mind space and not the other way around. You are the king of your kingdom and the king of your mind and your thoughts space, okay? Your mind space will only be ruling you if you give your power away, if you give your power to the mind space, okay? You make that choice, whether you keep your power or whether you give it away, okay? Remember that you are strong. The lion energy represents strength, courage, okay? The king of the animal kingdom, right? Patient, wise, not making hasty, irrational choices, but at all times being able to assess the circumstances to make the best possible choice. The king of feathers, like every wise king, takes time to make the choice, okay? Is never rushing. He's willing to wait if needed. So let's close it off with some positive affirmations for you. A sacred vision is blossoming in you. Your truth will bring you peace. Your truth will bring you peace, and you know your truth. Okay? At all times, you know your truth. If you allow yourself to follow that intuitive knowing, you know, I said intuitive knowing, emotional, let your heart guide you, but intuitive knowing is also the highest mind of yours, right? So this enlightenment here is extremely important. A sacred vision is blossoming in you, in your heart, in your creative space, intuitive space, but also in your brilliant mind, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. It was a pleasure to make that reading for you. Have a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you soon. Bye.